It's the Butch and Sundance Show.
Oh, man. This friggin' Doomsday clock, right?
Closest we've ever been.
Ever.
That's what they say.
Ever. The Doomsday clock is basically a countdown to the apocalypse. It was created a long, long time ago by a bunch of very, very paranoid atomic bomb scientists.
It is now 85 seconds to midnight. It is the determination of the Bulletin's Science and Security Board that humanity has not made sufficient progress on the existential risks that—
Oh, no? Oh, I thought we were doing great. I thought we were acing this test, Butch.
85 seconds.
That's
all you got. You got to make sure your travel bag is packed.
You know?
You got to make sure.
You got a bug out bag?
Yeah.
Where we going?
What is it? What is it? You grab your
the
bag
safe
and
haven?
run, right? Where are you going to run to? That's the problem.
That's what I'm
with the
saying. Where's the
apocalypse.
safe haven?
There is no safe haven, really.
Hold on. There's more.
we thus move the clock forward. The Doomsday Clock is a tool for communicating how close we are to destroying the world with technologies of our own making.
She says it's such a
How close?
She says it's so serious too. Like look at her. She's like a tool.
A tool.
You know,
That's pretty close. 86 seconds, a little over a minute.
well, 85.
Sorry.
You're being generous over there, Sundance.
I'm trying.
Or you're taking time away. Yeah. We need that extra.
Well, I got to
second.
get that bug out bag ready. On the road to nowhere. This is nuts. Hold on.
This is nuts.
The risks
It
we
is.
face from nuclear weapons, climate change, and disruptive technologies are all growing.
What's a
Disruptive technologies,
What does that mean?
AKA
What?
AI. That's what that is.
The robots?
That's what that
Rod
is.
Serling robots.
Oh yeah.
What
yeah.
else?
So
Every second counts, and we are
Yeah, every second
see,
counts.
I told you every second counts.
You ain't kidding.
running.
All right. So
Ooh.
we're running out of time. Running out of time. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. Stick around here. There's a through line here, okay? You have all this stuff going on in the news. You got the Doomsday Clock, 85 seconds to friggin' midnight. You got Doomsday prophets all over YouTube. Maybe some you believe, maybe some you think is full of crap. Maybe some of them are real. Some of them made some pretty famous prediction about someone very famous. And he was pretty close.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of these guys, and they're all over the place, and they're all on your news feed. They have been visited by some supernatural force, by an alien, by something worse, a demon. But this force is coming with this message.
That's it. Some may say an angel.
Heads up.
Yeah.
Some say
Yeah.
angel, right?
But this guy.
This guy Bledsoe.
This guy
Chris
Bledsoe.
Bledsoe wrote a book, maybe wrote
Yeah.
2 books. He's been around the circuit. You guys have probably, I would think at this point, know who he is, especially anybody in the UFO community.
Well spoken.
Stand by. He's very well spoken. He's a
Yep.
sweetheart. Sounds like what I would picture Matthew McConaughey's dad to sound like when I hear this guy talk.
You know what would be real crazy? If we found out he was Matthew McConaughey's dad, right?
Yeah, it would. It would.
Well, listen, maybe McConaughey can play him in the movie.
I
If
mean,
there is one,
If
if
there is
the
a
world-
movie, I don't know.
yeah,
I stick
yeah.
around because according to what this guy says, there
There's not
going to
gonna
be much
be.
time left, and apparently
Yeah.
we're 85 seconds to midnight. Watch this.
When the star of Regulus, she called it a red star. When you look at it, it looks blue. But she said,
Is that not McConaughey's father?
Yeah, I hear
Right?
it. I hear
Right?
it. Yeah,
You hear it?
yeah.
Now,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is sped up.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
You got
when
to
you
speed
look
it
at-
up because he talks very, very slow.
Yeah.
We don't have that
Oh,
kind
I
of
hear
time.
it. I hear that.
All
Hear
right, we
that
got busy
drawl.
schedules over here. This is Matthew McConaughey's father, a.k.a. Chris Bledsoe. So he claims, we have no idea. We're telling you what he claims. He claims that he sees these orbs. And inside these orbs are supernatural beings. He's kind of alluded to the fact that they're like aliens, okay? And one alien specifically is a woman, a lady. The orb comes, stops in front of him, lady gets out, and she tells him things. And one thing she says to him is that we are in the end times, and that you'll know the sign of the end times when the star of Regulus goes over the Sphinx.
in front of
Okay.
the gaze of the Sphinx, before daylight. So in other words, when it's sitting right on top of the horizon, before the sun comes up, that moment would mark a change in humanity's knowledge.
What is the star of Regulus, Butch? Let's see.
Well.
What do you know about
my
the star
recollection
of
of the Star of Regulus is that it is the star that the 3 wise men from the Bible who followed that star to the birth of the Messiah, right? That's the context here, I think, with what
Right.
he's referencing and
Right.
what they say that Star of Regulus is.
Star of Regulus is the King's Star. for the return of the Jewish Messiah is what he's talking about.
many other things. War, us bombing Iran, us bombing Syria. And in them days, none of that had happened.
So I think he got this premonition in, I don't know, 2012, 2013.
Yeah, that's
something
right.
like that.
Yeah. So
hadn't bombed Iran then, had bombed Syria. I believe we bombed Syria,
yeah,
right?
we have. There's been a lot of activity in
recently.
Syria, and
We're about to do something
and
with
Iran. We've had
Iran.
historically had stuff in Iran that's coming back again, because even when he talks about it here, it's already been done. It's they're doing, but now, as you know, as everybody knows that's following the news, yeah, there's some activity going on in Iran,
right? Because they took that celestial event and ran it through these machines that showed that exact alignment will happen in 2026 at Easter.
Easter is what, 2-3 months away, April 5th, but
because this aired a year ago, okay?
Right.
This aired a year ago, and if what this man is saying is true, I don't doubt that he had some kind of visitation. I don't think he's a liar. To get up and get on all these high-profile podcasts and be able to do what he's doing in a very calm, clear, and concise manner, and keep your story consistent, I believe that he believes that he experienced something.
He doesn't seem like, he seems authentic. He doesn't seem like an actor pretending or reading a script or thinking about a script or anything. He just seems like an authentic guy telling what happened. And that's the thing that I think gets everybody like eager to listen, because when regular guys say things, people listen, especially on like something like this.
Right. I think you're right.
What will happen? The star will, the alignment she told me about.
I love Shawn Ryan there. I don't know if we caught that.
Yeah. He was dozing.
He's telling him what's going to happen. And Shawn's like, what will happen? I'm sorry. I was multitasking. I nodded off.
Yeah.
But so basically he reiterates.
He was being enthralled by that droll.
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
New knowledge. What kind of new knowledge could there be?
New knowledge.
There's nothing new under the sun.
No.
What new knowledge could befall upon humanity when a star raises over the Sphinx?
One key point here is, and the title of this episode is the episode we never censored. Shawn Ryan apparently had hesitation about trying to even release this episode because of the content, because of what Chris Bledsoe said. This was delayed, and there were talk that they may not even release it. I think Chris Bledsoe's son put out a public Instagram post that kind of said what was happening, and then ultimately Shawn Ryan and his team decided to release it.
But these astronomers run it through the machines, and it comes out that star is going to come up on the horizon in Easter of 2026. And from that point forward, they started remote viewing the state. Government did.
Oh,
now you're
remote viewing.
2026.
So remote viewing, again, another controversial subject, certainly a real thing.
It's been documented in classified or declassified information.
The government had a team of remote viewers, and there's a lot out there. You know, if you haven't,
tell us Sundance a bit. Just give us like a 15-second remote viewing tutorial, if you could. Like, what is it?
Remote viewing is when you can put yourself into a relaxed state, almost like a trance. It's a heightened form of meditation. And you project your consciousness out of your body and into whatever your target is. So the government put together a team of psychics that they tested, and they whittled it down to who were the best of the best. There's a guy named Joe McMoneagle, I think is his name, who was deemed the best remote viewer. I mean, crazy stuff. He remote viewed Mars, and I mean, just wild.
And this
you've got to look into this. But it's also very controversial because, if you're a religious person, right, this could be perceived as bordering on occult practices, and
I think
teaches you to stay away from
not perceived.
divination.
I think it is totally perceived as it totally is that, right? It's considered a cult, but not unlike, and look, Stranger Things, was it Elle? They would use that once you go into that tub, which would block out all sound.
Yeah, it's like a hyperbolic chamber. Yeah,
go into that tub where
I was thinking about getting
no world sound can happen, and then you can see other dimensions, and essentially, which is portrayed in Stranger Things, is kind of a sense of what remote viewing is, and it's real.
It's real. It's a secret weapon of the government. The project was allegedly shut down, but obviously something that bears fruit is never really shut down. It's just out of the public eye, and that's fine. So what he's saying is that they remote viewed that date.
Yeah, and you hear it all over. You hear it on TV. If you study, like I've heard it even. Well, I won't say names, but
please do.
Well, you know, Lou Elizondo, right? Lou's mentioned that day. A lot of people have.
So Lou Elizondo is, I believe, a government whistleblower who I'm not too familiar with what his end time prophecy is, but
Okay.
again, you're in the UFO space. This guy Bledsoe is not necessarily saying I saw an angel. He's kind of liking it to some kind of form of extraterrestrial.
Easter of 2026.
Not the year 2026. I gave him a specific time. And it was with Robert Grant that I told him about.
Little
Well,
pride in that. Little pride in that moment. I gave them a specific time.
that's right. Yeah.
Little
yeah,
pride
yeah,
there,
yeah,
right? See
yeah.
that look? Little
Yeah,
prideful look.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hey, man,
I want credit for this.
everybody
Yeah,
else, you
yeah.
know, saying 2026, but I'm giving you a specific time.
That's right.
I'm
That's
giving you
right.
the goods.
Alignment and all. And then he's like, oh my God, he's been looking for this ruby, this little ruby you have to find and place it between the paws.
Ruby, what is this? Indiana Jones?
Hold on a second. Wait,
Isn't that
wait
Indiana
a minute.
Jones?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wasn't that Indiana Jones?
He just jumped the shark over here. Now hold on a minute.
No,
Hold
no,
on.
he's saying a
Easy,
guy
easy,
he knows.
yeah.
I don't know who that guy is, but he's saying a guy some kind of, Indy.
Right, look, he does. Yeah, he gives him. All right, talks about the
All right, come
ruby.
on.
That's not the
All right,
crystal
all right,
skull.
listen,
All right,
listen. This is serious business here.
yeah.
All right, hold on.
The Sphinx to make this event that he knows is going to happen in 2026. I said, Robert, it's not a ruby, it's the Star of Regulus. He looks, he's like, oh my God, it's the King Star.
Oh, okay, I get it. He
So-
thought the guy
There's
he
a
was
guy-
talking to thought it was a ruby.
Right.
He's like the colored thing. He's like, no, man, I'm talking about the King
right,
Star,
an
not the
actual
ruby.
star, because I think it has a red
Yeah.
tint to it. Well,
Right,
Jupiter
right.
is red. I think Jupiter is associated with it. Like Jupiter and Venus are traveling in the same form, so it looks like a bright big star. I think we don't know what we're talking about here anyway.
Happened, I don't know, but I think it's possible that's the return of
Christ.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So-
Shawn Ryan. You see, that was a good.
So
he's like
Shawn
finishing
Ryan's a
his
Christian
sentence over
now.
there. The return
Shawn Ryan's
of
a Christian.
yeah. Which is
for the lady
partly
and the whole heavenly host living with us, Jesus.
well.
That's first-
So the return of Christ.
So that
But
sounds
here's
like
the
a good
thing,
thing
though.
for Christians, right?
Yeah, but if you read the Bible, that's not. I don't think that's the order in which things happen.
Well,
All right. If you want to get technical, the return of Christ, and again, I'm
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
biblical scholar, but I think the return of Christ starts with the rapture, Jesus coming for his bride, comes back in the clouds,
yeah,
snatches up his bride,
right.
takes him to heaven, then returns again to fight the last battle of Armageddon and shuts everybody down with one word.
Did that in my life publicly.
Well, stop
You're
it right
first.
here,
Yeah.
just because
so
like
he's given
this is
Shawn
the
Ryan
fir-
an exclusive.
and he gave an exclusive, and this is the reason that Shawn Ryan was so hesitant about airing this episode.
He's interviewing all these people
That's
who
right.
has no idea if they're telling the truth and no way to prove if any of these people are legit. But he's got to be courteous and he's got to listen. If you were sitting in front of this guy, you might believe him. And I'm not saying I don't, but you have to have the gift of discernment.
She told me that when the suffering of man becomes too great, that they're going to stop it and they're going to snuff out the darkness.
Now, who is they? The aliens? You talking about Jesus?
But I want to know about this because they know it's real. They know this lady has been seen 1,000,000 times. And when she comes, she's always warning of some big catastrophe. In the Native American world, they call her the White Buffalo Calf Lady. And she would come warning about
So this
some
is
tragedy or some big
this
event.
is some
It's
kind
in every
of some
culture
kind of
that way.
spirit.
Some kind of
that
crosses
that-
cultures.
Yeah.
What
So
else do you know?
well, look at
Oh,
Shawn. He's
Ryan.
like,
What
oh,
else
he's
do
like,
you
tell me
know?
what else you know.
Give me another one.
Oh man.
I think we're living in the worst possible times right now.
Well,
Well, we are because we're
That is
85
100%
seconds
true.
to midnight.
Well, you said it. And that is why we're even talking about this guy,
Mm-hmm.
because we're getting close to what he perceives to be some kind of channel marker to the end.
That if we don't make some changes, there's going to be some major disasters about to happen. And it's man-made. It's not
Well,
solar flare. It's not any of that. It's a dark force.
so it's man-made a dark force.
Well, I think what
Hmm.
he's saying is like, look, if you just keep acting a certain way, you're bringing it on.
Yeah. Well, like they said in the Doomsday Clock, right?
Let's go back to it.
That humanity has not made sufficient progress on the existential risks that endanger us all.
Humanity has not made progress on the existential risk that endangers us all,
Yes.
which is kind of what our friend here is saying.
Right.
I'll tell you what she told me. This is what I put in writing, part of it. She said, there are people in power. I put this in writing in 2012. She said, there are people in power. And I'm not going to say where she focused my thoughts on that, but there's script in the book of Revelation to bring about Armageddon and the end of the world.
So what he's talking about, right, and what Jesus talked about were the signs of the end, where he says you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. Well, we're certainly hearing of wars and rumors of wars, right?
Oh, absolutely. And he's
Right?
saying that the people in power are actually progressing,
Facilitating these wars,
doing it intentionally,
which is right there, and you could see that.
Right,
No one can deny that. Intentional to bring about the end.
Right.
And Jesus says, nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom.
Right.
There will be famines. There will be earthquakes in various places. All are the beginnings of birth pains. So the earthquakes, I don't think there's been a time in history where we've seen as many earthquakes as we've seen. We had an earthquake here. I mean, there's never earthquakes here.
And we just had the biggest storm that we've had in a while, like years again, across the United States.
Right. Negative end times kind of stuff. So he's saying that there's a dark force out there trying to usher in the end times.
Yeah. So.
And that's the very thing, the main meat of the whole message I sent to.
Well, it'd
be kind of funny if he was like, what's the McConaughey line from?
All right.
I get older, they stay the same age.
That's right. Who is they? I don't know who they are. I think they're Satanists. I think they're people that worship the dark force.
Shawn Ryan, of course, asking the right questions.
Shawn Ryan, friend of the show.
They worship the devil. I don't know if there is a devil. I think it's a very dark force that is living.
There is a devil.
Dark entities that feed on you parasitically.
Yeah, they're called demons.
100%.
They shapeshift. They take your mind over. They make you do crazy things. They deceive you. Make you kill something.
Well, there's a lot of that going on, right? It almost seems like the demons have been unleashed on the world and everybody's just nuts.
This is where Shawn was like, I don't know if we should release this.
The angelic world or the physical beings, they can come in here and light. These beings are made of light. The dark force is a parasitic race. And whoever's aligned with that is, according to the mother, the lady, is scripted in the book of Revelation.
He's tying what this woman has said to him to the book of Revelation, basically. So it sounds
and
like.
He's tying it to Christ's return.
Yeah.
So he's taking a UFO concept and he's trying to intermingle it with biblical prophecy.
Right.
With himself at the helm.
They don't want it to happen.
Why do they want it to happen?
I think it's the dark force. I think that they want to stuff out God. They don't want us to have God in the heart. Why do you think they did evolution? That's the biggest, dumbest thing
I got to give him credit for that one.
I mean, you're not going to snuff out God. God allows, God's in control here, right? I mean, that's one thing. Well, look, I mean, everybody's got different beliefs, different religions, different definitions of God. But
whatever your definition is, you can't deny that the things that you're seeing today, it's not positive. Then Ryan makes this point.
Is from the very beginning, when you saw the being that your family, and initially you, if I remember correctly, thought was just the medication, right? You.
Say
medication?
But tell me that. Say that again. Can you say that again one more time?
Say that again.
Hold on.
Just Sundance. The way you said it.
So wait a second, Sundance.
Whoa! Nobody said anything about no medication.
Yeah. What about the medication?
Hold on now.
Is it he was on medication or
I don't know. I missed that.
I had some type of an intuition from the very get-go that this was a guardian angel of some type. Yep. And it's natural. It has progressed.
I knew I had one when I was 10. I just knew it. I knew something saved me.
Well, look, everybody's got guardian angels.
Yeah.
Right? That's nothing new.
Yeah, I don't. But
yeah,
the medication piece.
I don't know. Medication.
Were they saying that this guy, that Bledsoe was on medication?
Well, I think he had colitis, and I think that he says that this woman or these people or whoever healed him of colitis.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Doctor told me you're the luckiest guy in the world, and all I could think then was it wasn't luck. It was something protecting me. In fact, in my regression, 2008.
Regression? Okay.
Hypnotic regression? We're talking hypnotic regression.
Yeah. So
in other words, is this like the classic UFO abduction thing where they don't remember anything and then they go into this hypnotic state and all of a sudden they remember this like Spielberg type movie that happened to them?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it didn't. I've no idea. But I don't know.
That's a horse of a different color.
Fully trust hypnosis.
No. They said, we were with you when you were 10 years old, and we'll be with you right on.
You know what else I find interesting?
This is the point that I find interesting, that he finds interesting enough to make this point. Because you know that I know that you know. Love that long, dramatic Shawn Ryan pause, right? That's like, I love it.
I like
love
that
how
he's-
they leave. They don't even edit that out. They leave that.
Yeah.
I
It gives
love it.
It gives, gravitas. That's gravitas.
Yes.
That's
You are the only one, to my knowledge, that I've spoken to on this subject, the UFO subject, that believes in Jesus Christ.
Two different worlds.
Hmm.
Two different worlds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One.
This is
does
where
not
now we're
mesh
diving
with the
deep
other.
here. We're diving
Yes, and
deep, right?
See, look at Ryan's face. Look at that curveball he just throws
Yeah.
at the guy. Look at his face. Like, what do you think of that? What do you think
And
of
he
that?
like them apples. Let's see.
Because-
Let's see what this guy. Let's see the
How you
What
gonna
does
talk
he
your way
say?
out of this one?
I do wholeheartedly. More today than I ever
He
did.
looked away when he said it.
I do
He looked away.
wholeheartedly.
That openly talks about it.
Now listen, I don't.
He blinked.
He blinked.
Now listen, look,
I don't
we're not
know.
here.
We don't
we
know.
don't know
We're idiots. Don't
what
listen to us. We
belief.
don't know.
Everyone's belief is their own. That's their relationship that
of
they
course.
have with
and if
God.
this guy legitimately
Right.
went through something,
Right.
and I give him kudos for coming forward with the guts to say this.
Yeah.
Because this is not a part of everybody's day. This is not. a
No,
part
unless
of
you wrote a
people-
book or you got.
He did write a
something-
book.
yeah,
Apparently, it's called UFO of God.
right.
Is that what
right.
it says?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
More today than I ever. And that's been a problem of censorship and kind of put me on the
Ooh,
back burner.
it's kind of like Freudian slip there.
It really,
That's what Sean's thinking
That's
right
right.
now. Look, he's like, censorship? Maybe I should censor this episode. Right? And then that's the title of the episode.
He gave him the idea.
He did.
He planted the seed.
He did.
He should have never said
He never
that.
knew it. He didn't
He
even
would have
think
never
of it.
sat on the episode.
It's true, though.
Look at his face. He's like, shit, censorship? Yeah, it's going to happen.
I'm not surprised when
but I'd never told this message about what we just talked about until now, because now I
Exclusive. Sean Ryan exclusive.
man.
Since I'm here on one of I think the biggest podcast in the world.
Well,
It is now. I
the
think
biggest,
he beat
or
Rogan.
if not the top 2 to 3. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I think he's the
Yeah.
top. I think he's the top.
Yeah, he's the top
12
dog.
years. He's coming back to save us all.
Do you look forward to that day?
Absolutely.
Do you have any fear about
I
that day?
fear my children.
So now, why would he ask if he had fear of that day? You would only ask if you have fear of that day if he's implying that what he's doing would be against what God would be approving.
Yeah.
So let's put a bow on this. You got the Doomsday clock with 85, 86 seconds to midnight.
Right.
You got
right.
this Chris Bledsoe apparition
Mm,
that's got the Star of Regulus flying over the Sphinx around Easter time.
right.
Easter is right around the corner.
Time is of the essence.
What you do at that time is key. So if you believe in God, maybe now's the time to get right with God.
See you next time.
It's the Butch and Sundance Show.